line in my DMs is astounding. You ain't gotta worry about a thing, you got me grounded. Yeah, I say any truth that I wanna say. Let's appreciate our youth like it's our final days. I'm the rarest in the deck.
Alright everybody, welcome back to the MMGL stream. Coming up for you, we've got FinalShot versus Rampant Methods in our second Smythe Division battle of the night. But before that, we're going to go into a little bit of analysis on what we saw last match, go over a few things. So Duel, what was one thing that really stood out to you as something that you think teams should take away from this last game?
Don't give Bacon any opportunity to take off your head, pretty much.
That's a great takeaway right there. Honestly, very strong observation there. When Bacon pulls the trigger, people tend to die. That could be said.
But no, seriously, is just how Farside was able to adapt to whatever zero gravity was thrown at them, and how quickly they adapted. I believe that most people, once they see that their strategy is faltering and they no longer have control of what they were doing, they just kind of panic.
True. Alright, so I believe everybody is in and ready, and we are going to have our map bans coming up shortly. So let's get into the map ban. So at the maps here, Border right off the bat taken away by Rampant Methods.
Yep.
Having had some personal experience actually playing Rampant Methods on Border, I can vouch for the fact that they dislike that map thoroughly. That was where the legend of Don't Peek Blackbeard, I believe, was originally started. Came from me dropping a 17th kill game against them on that particular map. So, little history lesson there for the Rampant Methods team. FinalShot taking out Coastline. That's a team that map like a lot of teams seem to dislike. It's very polar as such. Villa gone, Consulate soon to follow. I think Consulate still got the lighting bug. I know they patched it for PC, but I don't know if it's gotten Cafe banned. Is Theme Park getting banned? Theme Park is getting banned. Okay, and Clubhouse once again will be our map of choice. So just finished off a game on Clubhouse. We're going to be coming into another. That means you and I should be very warmed up at this point. I should know what to call logistics office this time around. Let's get ready.
Rampant is defending first, so I believe that's going to help them out a whole lot on Clubhouse.
Yes, that is a tremendous advantage. That's going to be something good to see. If you can start off with a really good performance there, you're going to be in good shape to win this. So it seems that everyone is ready. We are going to get this show on the road. Once again, we've got Rampant Methods in blue and FinalShot in orange. This is, again, for all those of you just joining us for this match, Playday 1 for MMGL Xbox. We are in the Smythe Division tonight. Once again, Rampant Methods and FinalShot. So getting into the operator bans now, we are going to see the first ban be... I'm running out of breath because this gone way longer than I wanted it to. Maverick. The
Maverick.
First ban we saw last time. And once again, it's going to make it very difficult to get that wall open from a direct method. You're going to have to go below. You're going to have to use some utility from the window or from garage, or else that wall isn't getting open. So defenders banning out Maverick, that's just common sense at this point. That seems to be the prevalent ban.
And let's see if we're going to see a Thatcher ban like we did last match, and we are going to see a Thermite ban. Okay, so two of your very, in my opinion, better hard breachers.
So this is interesting in that it's going to make attacking CCTV very difficult if you can't get that main wall open. You're going to need to use Habana. It'll work, but it's going to be less effective. That also means Thatcher's on the board, which dramatically limits the impact of Cade. So we aren't going to see a Cade ban, I don't believe. But bandit tricking is going to be very, very important, at this point.
Either bandit tricking for CCTV, or they could just put down a mute jammer and let that worry about it. But also, you still have the Thatcher that could just chuck his EMP and be done with it. And we're going to see a mirror band.
Yep, Thatcher is going to be the key. As I was saying before, it's all going to come down to utility usage. Which team can better use their utility to... If you keep that wall shut for a long time and burn the utility there, you're in good shape. If it takes them 2 minutes to get that wall open, maybe they lose a man, you're going to win that round more often than not. So that's all it is. It's a battle of utility. That's a lot of... So looking at the operators, of course, we've got a Thatcher and a Habana. Other than that, a Capitao, an Ash, and a Nomad. On the defensive side, though, we've got Goyo, soon to be nerfed Goyo, getting them in while you can, as well as a Cade, but we don't have a Bandit, which with Thatcher on the board is interesting. You'd think that the Bandit trick would be important. We have Mo switching to Montaigne. Montaigne, when you're trying to take or hold Garage, is an absolute nightmare. So seeing that, hiding it from FinalShot, when they notice there's a Montaigne, that is going to be quite scary.
And also, with them going basement instead of CCTV, it's definitely going to throw them off a whole lot. They're not going to sure what to do, which I'm assuming is why they also didn't bring a Bandit and instead went with the Cade for basement so you can electrify the hatches. But again, you also have the Thatcher to come in and do what he does, and that's just destroy pretty much anything electronical.
Yeah, that is going to be the case here. Interesting to start with the basement defense, even with the thermite thing. It is going to make getting the church wall open difficult as well. If you're going to use a Habana on the kitchen hatch, maybe 2 of their impact triggers, which I assume they will be, as well as 1 on the Moto hatch, you may not actually be able to get that church wall open, and that's going to make getting default lanes a little tricky. Maybe you switch it up and you go for an armory take. I've always been a huge fan of open up a crawl hole into dirt and try to get that main hatch open. Just go from there, hope for the best. But that, or maybe a blue push.
Oh yeah.
With these bands, a push through wall is not going to be advisable.
No, and like they see right there that it's electrified, nothing a Thatcher can take care of, but he only has so many of his utilities. He has 3. You can't just be throwing Thatchers like you're running for, president or something. You have to be smart on what you use.
Throwing Thatchers like you're running for president.
I mean, Thatcher 2024, right?
Thatcher 2024, I don't see why not. So we do have the roam clear, seems to be finished. Roam cleared parentheses, as there is no roam to clear. Mo, trying to figure out where Mo goes is going to be a strong indication of where this round goes, and it seems to be diverting itself into blue. And this Goyo is going to be troublesome for him. A combo with a smoke. They got to get moving now, or they might find themselves unable to move. But Zolaris drops Moto Hatch using the M249 will take care of Remy, the castle. Now they actually have a nice 2-pronged attack here.
Which is very interesting because, everybody was just inside, just hunkered down, waiting, it seemed like, for Rampant to make a move before FinalShot decided, oh, we can do this now.
Yeah, now in an interesting position. It looks like the push is going to start to come down. Jumanji's going to try to get rid of his, who's playing behind the blue generator. Firefight should be happening shortly. Misses the flashbang. That's going to waste some time. And
that's unfortunate.
Repeaking that will cost him his life, but Sharp gets the trade on to Kana. Lots of firefights happening in the bar. Smoke using his grenades to repel the Montaigne for the time being. And with blue control firmly in favor of the defenders for now, they should actually be able to make this hold happen if they use the ability properly. The So that is going to be the last smoke canister. That goes down, but Hizda peaks and will get the kill on T-Sharp. Now at 3v3. Zolaris going for three fires, unable to connect.
And with
Mo make his way down the hallway. That will not go in favor. Penguin gets one. Hizda gets another. And Penguin finish off Zolaris. And that will be the round one for Final Shot. It looked like it had potential for Rampant Methods there, but the momentum stalled out. The Goyo and the smoke combo a little too much to handle, and that will be the round one for Final Shot.
And it just seemed like you were saying, the Goyo and the smoke just delaying what was coming, and there was only 15 seconds left for Rampant to get what they needed to get going, and it was just too little too late. They had to push if they wanted Indy anyway to save that round.
So Final Shot's going to be switching up here, going to CCTV, the logical next step after a basement defense. Going to be bringing Wamai, which is really smart. The traditional counter to the bandit trick on this is you either shoot a Zofia or a Capitao, and with a Zofia, the Jaeger does the trick, but the only way to stop that Capitao bolt is using a Wamai. So if you time those properly and put them in the right strategic places, they could be very instrumental in keeping that wall open. Not that it'll particularly matter without a Capitao being brought here by Rampant Methods. Oh no, never mind, they do have a Capitao. Ignore me. Regardless, just that amount of utility denial, assuming that all of the Wamais and ADSs get down, that's 11 grenades or throwables you can stop. That's a lot of utility eaten up right there, and that's so powerful, which is why, of course, we are all seeing that Jaeger nerf that us as a Rainbow Six community is oh so excited for.
Oh yeah, everybody I've talked to is so excited for that nerf. They cannot wait for it to come.
Yeah, and I hope you can all note in our sarcasm, we know you hate it. I'm actually rather fond of it, but I'm a Blackbeard man, so what do I know? We see a setup right here at the defense, pretty similar to what Farside was running. The key is that Farside didn't go up against a Montaigne, and with this particular garage hold, if Mo can take control of garage as a Montaigne so powerfully can, they're in very good shape here, especially with that Capitao that could deny that bandit trick like I was referring to earlier. The Wamai is going to be the real only counter to that. It's going to be all about this garage and how well Final Shot can hold on to theirs.
And they see that, I don't know if he caught the one running away, but there was potentially two playing in garage from Final Shot.
And Mo will be stalling at the doorway, trying to make some headway, looking for goo mines. Doesn't seem to be one, and he will make his way in. Being very cautious of defenders who will have cross angles on him if he tries to progress up the staircase. He's got a Jaeger over by the window, and he's still got that Wamai sitting on the top of the rafters. He's in a very tricky situation there. And
there's no forward push being held by really the attackers at this point. Maybe they're just having the Montaigne as a distraction, and it doesn't seem like Penguin knows that that will let him know that Montaigne is coming up the garage stairs, and you also have the Jaeger going back and forth, and there goes Wamai.
Yeah, Fire God gets that first kill, and Zolaris puts that firebolt up. That should force Remy out of position. He's gone all the way towards the top of the stairs, where he will be barely staying alive, dropping down and falling to his death, or falling into the M249 that will bring that about. Jumanji will get one as well. All of a sudden, this defense is crumbling down. Remy and Polo, the only two alive, with the wall open and attackers flooding into B site. It's going to be a very difficult clutch situation, but they do get it down onto the red stairs. That is progress. Bo blocking the doorway, though, the plank going down. They don't have a way to get back into sight unless they can get through that one little rotate. Remy makes another one. He's able to go back. Polo with a double kill. All of a sudden, it's 3v2. but Remy will fall. There's one in garage, one on default plant, and a Montaigne. Not a great situation to try and clutch against. He comes around, will light up the Montaigne, but will fall to the Havana with bearing 9 and CQB, and that is Rampant Methods striking back with a round 1. Good round by Rampant Methods. That Montaigne push, combined with Zolaris with the Capitao, very well executed.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It seemed like they were taking too much time, but they knew, I guess they knew exactly what they were going to do, and taking too much time so that they could have everybody in position that needed to be in position. Once it was down to the last 3, there was no way to get rid of the Montaigne. They had no real way to rotate, and it just helped that Rampant could just plant and hold off everybody.
Yeah, it was just a really clean execute right there. That Montaigne, a Montaigne inside of garage is so difficult. FinalShot did the best they could. That Guman, really smartly done, placing it at the top of those stairs and not right in the doorway. If that Montaigne hits it in the doorway, it just walks right on out. No harm done. But if you put it at the top of the stairs, he either has to tank that damage or back out and waste a lot of time. So just like little details like that out of FinalShot are really important, and that's probably about all you can do against that Montaigne. It's not easy. We are seeing some adaptations here. Putting a castle barricade on that window going to make it difficult to Capitao the wall, but they don't actually have any way to deny it. They did not bring a bandit. They did not bring a Cade. So if Fire God so desires, he can just march on up there and open that wall off right away. Interesting decision. This is a very different form of CCTV defense than we saw in our last game with the Thatcher ban. This round seems to be 100%. How well can you hold down the garage? But plot twist, Mo is running Zofia and not Montaigne.
Yep, I think they're maybe going to anticipate the Montaigne coming in, but they're going to throw him for a loop and say, hey, we'll bring Sophia. And they'll probably quickly figure that out. Hopefully, they will.
Mo taking gunfights here, taking damage on the losing end of this so far. The moment he shows up in the kill feed, they should know that that's the Montaigne, or at least the Montaigne main, and he is not alive. So that right there, if they get that intel, that is huge. But at the moment, his identity is still a secret, and he will be able to carry on. But it seems it's tough to get a gauge exactly. They seem to just be going for a default main wall push. Fire God opened up the wall, and they're going to try to get some picks off of that and see what they can do.
And this is just very interesting to watch because they're just taking their time, it seems like, and they're not trying to. Rampant's not trying to do too much too quickly. They still have 1:40, but I feel like they have the main advantage right here. They have the wall open up. They have so many holes. I feel like they know where most of FinalShot is.
Yeah, at this point, FinalShot is all contracted back onto site. Akana being the exception. He is in bar, and he has killed Mo. And his double take out Zolaris, and now very good for FinalShot as the anchors are doing their part. And Polo will take down another. Now it's all down to Jumanji and T-Sharp. Jumanji watching for the Mozzie. Well, that's inside of bar. And he will find him. But Penguin will pick off his counterpart, T-Sharp, and now it is a 1v4 situation. If he pulls 1v3, nice shot there by Jumanji. But he's going to have to get 3 more here to get the ace clutch. Odds are not in his favor, but hey, we've seen crazy things already tonight. Who knows? Not a lot of HP to work with, though, so if he does, this will be a feat, to say the least.
It will definitely be a feat, and I would love to see it, but with those 3 people, and there it goes.
It would have happened. You just jinxed it. Wamad put some bullets into his head from the top of garage, and that will be it. That is a 2-1 lead for FinalShot. Good bounce back round there to get back on track for the defensive half. But we saw this last game for Zero Gravity Flare. The worst trap you can fall into is lose a round, win a round, lose a round, win a round. Because if that happens, you end up 3-3 on the half. And as we saw before, 3-3 on the half, if you're the defensive team to start, is not where you want to be. So going back to the basement, bringing a Cade this time for that hatch denial. The Thatcher will be there to counteract it. Actually seems to be a very similar lineup to what we saw last time here, except no Montaigne bringing another gun. And defensive lineup looks identical. We've been seeing a lot of castle play from FinalShot. You think it's been paying off?
I believe it's been paying off a good bit. I mean, they gave Castle the super shorty and everything, so you don't need that Mozzie. I mean, Mozzie's ability helps out, but you don't need Mozzie for rotates anymore. You have a Castle, and Castle can bring additional barricades, which you're going to either have to hit multiple times to destroy, or you're going to have to waste your utility to destroy the Castle.
Yeah, I think it gets really underplayed how huge a buff to Castle that really is. Because there's a lot of times you want to bring that Castle, but you think to yourself, how good is his utility really? If you use it well, it can be really powerful. But there are other ones that are also really good. So you have to consider what exactly you want to bring. But that's usually why you bring a Smoke. Smoke has great utility. But if you run the shotgun with the SMG-11, you're good, but you're a little limited. They don't choose to do it here, but if you run that Castle, you don't actually need to run Smoke with a shotgun. You can use the FMG-9 with its recent-ish buff. Is actually a pretty solid weapon. Nothing special, of course, but a solid weapon. So that little buff to Castle of exchanging secondary weapons dramatically alters his playstyle and the amount of utility he really brings. Because, to be honest, like a shotgun is almost a gadget, so to speak, as much as it is a weapon. So a great little utility buff.
If you can make your own rotates and get out of situations that you need to very quickly, I think that's one of the most powerful things you can do in this game.
For sure, for sure. So we do see this attack progressing. It is a roam free defense as far as I can tell. They go for the impact trick. Kana caught a little bit off guard, surprised to see Habana sitting right there. He will be able to trick out a lot of those pellets. He's got one upside down repelled on the window, narrowly escapes the fire there. Is he going to peek that? He is going to peek that. He is going to pay the price for that said peek. Hatch is opened. His HP is low, but they are going to carry on the round from here. Fire God did take some damage as well, so all evening it out.
And it looked like you had two people maybe peeking the same angle with Kana, and you don't need two people peeking the same angle. Even if they do lose the fight, somebody could just get rid of you and your partner.
So we see the progression on the push here. It looks like it might be an armory hatch drop. We've got Mo putting some pressure from the main stairs, but no attention to Moto hatch really, or that main church wall. So it looks like they're going to stack up to try to drop hatch and scramble a plant, and Mo here is going to be huge. He's going to have to cover that cross, or else the job for the attackers that drop into armory is going to get much more difficult. But they've managed to clear the primary portion of armory. Mo gets to pick on Kana. That's that damage coming in earlier. You only landed one bullet, but that was enough. And now they have sight. Fire God will attempt to drop, though, and get taken out by Kana from all the way back. Nice little angle being played there. Kana's going to be... Penguin, apologies. He's going to be huge here. He chucks the C4. Doesn't land. That looked good to me, but will take a lot of damage. Polo gets a kill on the Mo. Now a 3v4, but the attackers have the diffuser down, and they have some site control. Polo gets another kill onto Jumanji, though, and all of a sudden Zolaris finds himself stuck in dirt with the diffuser planted. He's going to rotate out, try to get a hat from the hatch, but Penguin's going for the defuse. He's going to get it in time. Zolaris has got to go. He's got to go. He can't quite land. Oh, he gets the down. Oh my goodness, what a race there from Zolaris. He does manage to get the down, so he can hold the cover. He knows one's on the flank. They go for the diffuse. He can't actually combat this at this point with a guy on that flank. He's going to come in, and the diffuser will get deactivated. Not taking that fight with the guy in hallway gave the defender enough time to get that defuse. Oh boy, was that a close call. Heartbreaking save for Zolaris, countered by another clutch defuse there by Penguin. Penguin and Polo, I believe, getting all 5 kills between the two of them there. A good job. Taking a look at the scoreboard, we've got Hizda, Polo, and Penguin, all 3 of them having 5 kills, while Kana and Remy, the 2 with the FinalShot gamer tags, towards the bottom of the scoreboard with 1 kill combined. Kana, my Canadian friend, with the 1, and Remy, yet to get a kill, but playing a good support role. Meanwhile, on the Rampant method side of things, you got Jumanji, Zolaris, and Fire God with 3, Mo and Sharp with 1. Down 3-1, but they're attacking on Clubhouse. So again, I wouldn't call this the end of the world. This is not a terrible situation to be in. They've showed some definite promise.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, there's no telling what could happen in the next couple of rounds. Anything could happen. But it's just, when you have 3 people on your team getting 5 kills, while the other team only has, 3 between them, or all of them have 3, but you know what I mean. 15 kills, that's a lot.
Exactly. It's a very strong play for those 3. A little bit in contrast to last game where we saw Bacon basically single-handed rounds before the anchors even needed to exist. This time we're seeing the anchors come into play. Penguin's been playing that anchor role, and he's been popping off. While there actually hasn't been any real roaming, unless you consider playing in garage or roam. It's been a pretty stay-at-home type of game. We do see a CCTV hold here coming from FinalShot on this defense of the bedroom. Interesting, they've just left the jacuzzi wall completely exposed, which is unorthodox to say the least. And it looks like Fire God's going to go take advantage of that quickly once he realizes not only is it reinforced and non-electrified, like no one's there to trick it, there's nothing to even get rid of. They keep running the stature out of necessity in case they do. There doesn't seem to be a need at this point.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think FinalShot's brought a Bandit?
They have not played Bandit this game. They have played Cade on the basement objective, but that has been the only time. It looks like Rampant Methods is just going to mostly neglect the CCTV hold and just go all in on an attack through the jacuzzi wall. And with the setup that FinalShot is currently running, it very well may work. Penguin in a tricky situation there, low HP, and no real support besides Remy over in logistics. Hey, I got it right this time. Rampant Methods is on the windows, on the wall, ready to flood on into sight here, and if they execute this properly, this is going to be a very difficult retake situation. But they have been a little slow with it. It does look like the FinalShot defenders have rotated into position to support a little more in construction. So they may have lost their window where they could take advantage of this. Mo gets down, but will be revived. And it seems like things have stalled out here for Rampant.
Yeah, Rampant started off, really strong. They didn't have site control, but they could have easily got everything going. There goes your Thatcher and Diffuser at the same time, and now it's going downhill.
Yeah,
Rampant very quickly.
A pair of early picks here for the defenders, 45 seconds. Rampant Methods is fully stalled. Polo will get another kill. Hizda will get another, and that is a flawless round there. Wow. Talk about a stall. Not only did they stall in the middle of the intersection, they rolled back into traffic. Not good out of Rampant Methods. Well, not that as they did anything wrong, it was just that they became very one-dimensional on those windows in the jacuzzi wall. The windows are great for support in a post-plant situation, but in order to get into that post-plant situation, you have to get the plant. And they did have a little bit of a surprise attack going there, just rush through Jacuzzi wall, but they spent so much time that all the final shot defenders rotated into the position to counter it. And at that point, there's just nothing Rampant could do. They were up a creek without a paddle.
Yeah, I don't know why Rampant just kind of stalled there. I guess that they were shocked that it was working, maybe, and they're just like, oh, anything could go wrong at this moment. We're just going to stop full force, and that's exactly what happened. They stopped and they allowed all the roamers to come back, which was their ultimate demise.
I think I also fell into the same trap that Rampant fell into, where I thought for a minute, oh, they have some good positioning. But looking back on that setup, with a thermite band, you can get that Jacuzzi wall open, yes, but you can't get the bathroom wall. And without that control, if you want to do just a solo Jacuzzi, or like a Jacuzzi only push and not clear the roamers and CC, you've got to get bathroom open so you can get multiple angles into the bedroom. They didn't. They only had a little bit open. So you saw Polo, you saw Penguin, just able to sit inside a bedroom and be able to combat all of that with relative ease. So a bit like too easy to anchor. So we fell into that same trap too. I thought for a minute, yeah, they're doing well. So that's just a good defensive strategy of, without that thermite, you can actually anchor inside of there very successfully if you know the right spots to play. So credit to FinalShot on just a really well disciplined defense.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I feel like FinalShot knew that they had the advantage at that point, and they were just like, well, this is where they're attacking from, and we'll just slow them down. With Jumanji getting the easy kill off of Remy.
Yeah, definitely a good start here. Remy getting a little out in the open, and he will pay the price for that. Are we seeing a bedroom push? Oh, we're seeing a bedroom push. I've always been a huge proponent of the bedroom push. Always a sucker to see that pulled out. A big fan. I think it just saves a lot of time and energy on the main wall, but Jumanji goes underneath and he'll get a kill from below. Good work there by Jumanji. It is a 3v5 situation. They're looking very solid very early on this one, and Hizda walks into the exact same position. He'll get down, but the flank will take care of Jumanji, but that means there's only one defender on site. If they can rush this, if they figure this out, there's one in garage, they get the control T-sharp, finishes off the down. There's one in garage and there's one down below. This is Rampant Method trying to lose. That's the roamer dead. It's all up to Penguin. He's stuck off site. Diffuser will be down in 3, 2, 1. Diffuser is down. 4 attackers in 45 seconds. What can he do?
There's not much.
Get a wallbang kill. That was nice.
Oh, somebody disconnected. That's unfortunate.
Gonna make his way up the stairs. Hopefully 20 seconds. He's got to really get a move on here. Somehow makes it through all those bullets unscathed. If he's got one on the window, he could catch him off guard. The smoke will cover him at least to the window, but not out the window. Penguin, Zolaris will take you out. So good attack there by Rampant Methods.
Yep, they quickly got in and quickly got out, pretty much. They had the advantage. They knew that there was only one person on site, and one person can take out 3 people with ease, especially at this level of playing. Like, it's going to be very difficult for that one person.
All right, so it looks like we're going to have to rehost this lobby in order to get everyone back in. So we are going to get that underway. So what are your thoughts on this game so far? At the halfway mark.
At the halfway mark, I believe that FinalShot has the advantage going into 2 or 4v2 situation, or not 4v2. You know what I mean?
4-2 scoreline.
Yeah, and I feel like they have the advantage, but Rampant is picking up speed. they finally have got what they've came for. They're doing a lot better now. They're picking it up, which is unfortunately this rehost is probably going to calm them back down, but hopefully they can continue this and going into the next half.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how it switches up. 4-2 split. On most maps, you'd think 3-3 would be a tie, but for Clubhouse especially, I would consider 4-2 all but a tie.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, I believe Rampant they're getting their stride finally. It seems like they're warming up as a team. They're finally, I mean, they've been communicating the whole time, but they're communicating better, I feel like.
They had a couple of good attacks there that just didn't quite pan out. A few of them where they never quite gained a momentum. FinalShot did a pretty good job. All those defenses were pretty well set up. They didn't seem prepared for that bedroom take, though. That vertical play by Jumanji really caught him off guard.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I feel like this is going to be a whole new ballgame soon. Or at least I would love to see a whole new thing going on.
Yeah, I think with Rampant Methods moving on to the defensive side, we could definitely see a comeback here. That's the position you want to be in. But yeah, it's definitely not out of the question yet.
No, there's still a whole lot more Siege to be played, and you can never count a team out until it says match in and the game is over. There's no telling what's going to happen in the future. But I believe both teams are doing extremely well. Yeah, you can look at the 4-2 and be like, oh, FinalShot's dominating Rampant, but that's not the case, in my opinion. I think both teams are doing extremely well. This is just a difficult...
Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely been a well-played game. There isn't a situation where you could say they lost because they did such and such wrong. It's just been gunfights going one way or the other. It's how it goes. Playing well all around. And that's exactly what we like to see. Two teams that are pretty evenly matched here, at least through that first half. We're going to see how the second half goes. You do see maps where one team can do pretty well on the attacking side, but then when it comes down to the defense, maybe they aren't up to snuff, and FinalShot can abuse that and run away with this 7-2, but I don't think that's likely. I think if FinalShot's going to take this, I think Rampant Methods will at least take a round or two first. I'm looking to see probably something around a 7-5 scoreline would be my prediction here.
I would get behind that. I would probably, honestly, I would say probably 7-4. I think Rampant is going to come with some heat, but I think FinalShot, they're doing what needs to be done. They're winning their gunfights, and they know what their strategy is going to be. And I think FinalShot is executing just a tad bit better than what Rampant is doing.
Yeah, I think FinalShot definitely has the advantage here. But of course, anybody's game.
Oh yeah, and this was Rampant's map pick between, I believe, either this or
Theme Park.
Theme Park.
I think this is everyone's pick between that Theme Park.
I mean, I would love to see a Theme Park play just to throw people off. You know, even if you're not confident in your ability there, you have to be also confident in the other team's ability to not go there, which could hurt you in the long run, but also, you know what? might as well try it. You never know until you try. I would love to see a theme park.
All right, so we are back into action. Starting on the second half, round 7. It'll be going to need another rehost. Looks like the settings didn't take, so we are going to need to fix that.
Which, if this is what could go wrong, it'd be perfectly fine. It could always be worse, you know?
Alright, so back into another rehost. I think we're going to take a small break. We will be back in 3 minutes with a continuation of this game. Hang with us, everybody. Everyone, welcome back. Sorry about the delay, but we are in again. Here we go. It should be right this time. If it's not, someone's getting fired. It would be me. We got it. All right, here we go.
Okay, so now we are going to see Rampant on defense, and hopefully they'll bring their A game. I would love to see it.
Obviously, we want to see the A game, but it's not like we come out here saying, MMG United, why don't you bring us a solid B-?
You know what? Why don't I just go ahead and throw? Just go ahead. It's getting late. Let's all go to bed.
Yeah. I gotta rest up. Teasing the Cali.
Oh, no.
If there's a Thatcher ban, maybe we see a Cali. With Thatcher still on the board, Cali will not be played. That is my base assumption, and that seems to be.
and instead they're going to bring the Ying, which she is getting buffed, and I am way too excited about that because I used to actually main Ying until I found other operators that were good. So I hope she gets played more. Honestly, I really enjoy seeing Ying being played.
Ying is an interesting operator. If you see Ying on the board, you know things are gonna get crazy at one point. When you see a round stall out, you see a Ying on the board. That's the power of a Ying. It could take a situation like that Rampant Methods round where you're stalled out completely and you have nowhere to go, and it's a 4v5 and they have more utility. You throw a couple of smokes, you throw a couple of Yings, who knows what happens. It doesn't come down to gunplay, it doesn't come down to communication, it doesn't come down to strategy, it comes down to, are you feeling lucky today? And sometimes in a situation like that, really there's nothing strong.
Pretty much, and hey, if people start bringing Ying, Warden will finally have a chance to be played, maybe.
Yeah, we will see Warden. Warden and a Jaeger, that's a good way to counter the Ying, of course. So right off the bat, we are seeing no Montaigne getting played, so that's going to make the garage take a little more difficult. Also, making things easier for them will be killing Zalaris immediately. That would be Polo with a G, barging his way into the bottom of garage. He's going to get a Ying up there, gets zapped by a Jaeger. But they have a Maestro on top as well. Mo is going to be the barrier here to making their way into garage, but he is going to phone peek Polo while reloading, not advisable. Jumanji will get the trade onto his so it's a 4v4 situation again. Mo's got to be ready for this peek. He gets flashed. He manages to retreat down into cover, takes a lot of damage, but deals a lot in return. That's two of the three Yings down, but that's him dead. His Ying walks her way onto the stairs, but gets traded off from inside of sight. We're on a 3v3, assuming he gets finished, which he could be. But then Fire God going for the finish, gets taken out by Penguin. But Penguin gets taken down by a Sharp peek in that same angle. We've got 6 dead people in garage, more to come. It's a 2v2 situation. Barry and Kana are making their way around the garage area. You've got Sharp up in construction, and you've got Jumanji on the stairs.
And really, I think it's just going to come down to, Jumanji and Sharp just need to hold where they are. They have a minute to defend, which is a lifetime when you're defending. But you have Remy and Kana just trying probably to get at least one kill. Obviously would help out a lot. And with the pings coming in, it's going to be known that they are going garage, and you're going to see Jumanji rotating around.
Yeah, we see Jumanji trying to go for the flank when he realizes both pushed into garage, but that'll actually give him an opening into sight, him leaving his post on the main stairs. He actually comes back to try to save the day here. Kana and Remy's going for the plant, and it looks like Kana might be able to cover. Gets the kill into Jumanji, good play by Kana, comes around the corner, gets Sharp as well, and FinalShot winning their first attacking round. Great play by Kana there to cover Remy on the plant. Well played by him, and that will be that round 1.
And I think what really helped out is that they knew exactly where the last 2 defenders were. Nobody was making a rotate over to garage. They knew, this person's here, Jumanji's here, Sharp's here. We know how to play it from now on. Go ahead and start the plant, and I'll have your back, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a good play. The communication. Kana with some good timing, definitely managing to peek the right side at the right time. If he comes around and looks the wrong way first, you never know how that might turn out. Went his way, hit his shots. Well played to FinalShot. It was a good attack, just trade after trade after trade after trade, and then FinalShot came out on top.
Yep, like you said, there were 6 dead bodies in garage, and that's pretty much actually where almost all of the bodies died at, except for the last two.
Yes.
And that was the very unfortunate part.
Lots and lots of carnage on the rafters. So we've got looking to be a very similar setup. I believe these are the same operators all around, except for we have an Ash on it. I don't believe that was the case last time.
And I think no, there was a bandit brought last time.
There was. It looks like FinalShot have just abandoned any thought of utility and are going for the frags. They've got the flank watch. They've got a Ying. Ying is interesting. So let's see how this goes. We saw the Ying last time be pretty helpful in trying to clear out those rafters. Made Mo like a nightmare up there. Even though the ADS zapped a few of them, it definitely helped the cause.
And it definitely seems that FinalShot is just they're trying out. I don't know their strategies or if they knew they would do this, but just trying out new stuff. And you know, it's 5-2. Why not just try this out and see if it works?
They do seem to be altering it from their last strategy. Kana not expecting Mo to just peek out the main window. You don't know Mo. Mo tends to do that from time to time. In my time with Mo, he's a madman. Peeks the window, catches Kana looking the wrong way, and catches his team an early lead. But we do have a bedroom push, as I have stated already. Huge fan of the bedroom push. It's coming out full force here. But Jumanji will take down Polo. That's your Ying. That's probably your main way of getting in. His will trade on the Fire God, but we'll get shot on the flank. Not a good situation here. FinalShot in a bit of a disadvantage right now. 3v4. And with not a lot of ways to get to the site. Their quasi rush towards bedroom has been, shall we say, exposed, and the defenders are now setting up for this push.
Oh yeah, and I feel like losing kind of very early hurt them. And there goes Remy, and his is also down. It's down to Penguin to try and get some frags, pick up your friend, and try again.
Yep, you will manage to get the revive off. But in this situation, they do not have access to the site. There's some really strong anchor positions left uncleared, especially that green box. And because of that, yeah, Sharp will get his will get traded out by Penguin, but Penguin now has to make his way into sight with 3 opponents there. Not likely.
No, and with 40 seconds left, everybody pretty much at full health going against Penguin. It's going to be a very uphill battle.
Yeah, he seems to be trying to go for a rotate. I don't even think he has time to pull off this maneuver. This is going to be a round 1 for Rampant Methods, unless we see the greatest throw of all time.
I mean, all it takes is 3 bullets and 3 heads to be knocked off, which I don't think will happen.
No,
he has 10 seconds. He's just going to run away.
Penguin is saving the op. And
yep.
do so.
And that was once it entered that 5v3, it was over.
Yeah, without Kana on the windows, that became very, very one-dimensional, which is the danger of my beloved bedroom push. Did not ultimately end in their favor. Well played there by Rampant Methods to hold their ground, capitalizing on that early pick. Well played by them. So moving on to the basement now.
And I think, again, FinalShot, they were up 5-2. Why not try something crazy? And, what's the worst that could happen? We lose? Okay, we lose. We're still up 5-3. And I don't think they're going to try anything too crazy now. They're going to trade out the Buck for maybe Thatcher.
Yep, Thatcher, which is good, seeing that Jumanji has switched over to the Cade.
And they're going basement, so they're definitely going to need the Thatcher during all of this. The Jackal, have we really seen Rampant do a lot of roaming yet?
We did not on the CC site, but the basement is another story. But taking a look at this lineup, it's not an especially roam-heavy site. Maybe the Jaeger, but I don't anticipate the Jaeger going off completely independently. If you see a clubhouse roam, it's usually 2 or 3 people. I remember in the olden days, like a clubhouse roam was insane. It would just never happen because there was almost no way to rotate back. But with the addition of that additional blue stairway and some more rotates from master bed all the way over to cache, that didn't used to be a thing, if you remember. Because of that, it was very tricky to roam because you could get pinched and cut off so easily, and there was no way out. But it looks, with the new clubhouse, roaming can be a thing, but you still need to dedicate manpower to it. It is a thing, actually, at the current moment. Unless Zalaris is just being slow. That could be true. He's just running back to site now. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be a roam.
I mean,
not entirely sure why he was in cache, but
I don't think we saw a roam from FinalShot either on this map. So that's the complete opposite, I feel like, from our last match or the one before this.
We did see Bacon doing a lot of roaming here. That was very true. And we saw it be very effective, but that was Bacon doing Bacon things. We haven't seen anyone go frag in that sort of capacity yet in the game. Kana's trying to make his way downstairs. He's taking a lot of damage. Gonna try to use the utility to clear out the defender utility to try to make this more of an even fight. But it's taken a minute 15 seconds. The roam clear is finished, but it is now time to try to make their way onto site. And that is where the team tests its mettle. Looks like it's going to be a very spread out push. Pressure on main stairs, pressure in dirt, which could be interesting with Penguin. And then obviously pressure in blue as well. The question is, are they aware of Penguin's presence at the moment? Seems like there is a Cade. No, the Cade looking the other way, that's what I can tell. Really tough to tell from the shadows. We will know in a moment that, that Legion Mine will not give them away. They're still not looking.
I guess they just didn't either hear it, or Legion, with his new thing, he doesn't know when they're disappeared, and there goes, oh no!
Penguin, unfortunately, missing the shots. Kana, though, with a pair of nice ones. There's still one more in Armory, though, that he wasn't prepared for, and Sharp will manage to take him down. Fire God with one of his own. That leaves his done a 1v2. He tries to walk into the site. Sharp down. Unfortunately, there was the missed shot by Penguin. Kana made up for it with a dandy of a double kill right there, but unable to pull it off. Sharp with a nice double kill to close things out at the end. Did he have one? He might have even had kills before that. That was at least a multi-kill from Sharp. Good work from him. And 5-4 now. Rampant Methods bringing the score closer and closer with each coming round, and then being on the defense on Clubhouse, of course. That is the case.
Yeah, I just think it's very unfortunate that Penguin didn't hit his shots. If he could have got that Cade, he could have just kept on sneaking up if the Cade didn't give the right information, and that round would have been a whole lot different than what just happened.
Yes. So we do see them go to gym bedroom. It's definitely the worst of the 3 main sites. It's definitely better than bar and gaming. I don't think anyone will deny that. Or bar and stock. But it's definitely a less compared to powerhouse objectives. So with this defense coming, if they lose this one, it falls on the match point. They're going to have to be win their defenses elsewhere. If they can win this one, all of a sudden it's 5-5, and them having the defense, they may be able to close this out in regulation.
they might be able to, and they've come back from a 5-2, which is crazy that final shot, I don't want to say they're allowing them to come back, but Final Shot showed so much promise and just clearing this out and being, 7-3 maybe, in my opinion, before the rehost. But also, I did say that Rampant seems to be finding their stride, and they're finally getting what needs to be done.
Yeah, Zolaris charging back here. Defending on Clubhouse. We've said it before. I've said it many times over. It's just so good. If you're looking for a comeback, switching to the defensive side on Clubhouse is definitely the way to do it. But another way to shut that down is Kana getting to pick on the Fire God. Good opening kill from Kana. Started off a little slow in this game, but he has really found his rhythm here with 5 kills in the last 3 rounds. And counting, because this one has only just begun. This Jaeger now trying to pressure in towards the CCTV room. Kana picks off Zolaris. Kana on fire at the moment. Jumanji trying to answer back, will light up the Penguin taking damage as well, but Penguin will get the kill on Sharp. 5v2, Mo blows up Polo with a G. Bringing it to a 4v2, a lot more reasonable to try to clutch this out. But Jumanji's pinched, and Mo is coming back onto site. Not a good situation here. But Jumanji playing an interesting position. Maybe he makes this work. The drone will spot him. That's troublesome. Makes the push into CC, hits his door with a long spray, but gets caught off guard by Remy. Mo now in a 1v3 will get the first, but Kana will finish him off with his 3rd kill of the round. Kana putting the team on his back this round, taking it in their favor. Well done by Kana.
Did Kana get 3 or 4 kills that round?
That was 3.
That's
Penguin.
still very impressive.
Yes, but well done by Kana. A very good player. Always good to see him popping off like this. I got a slow start, but he's really turned it around here in this since the rehost.
Yeah, since the rehost, it is now, it's a 6-4. It's match point. And either we might see a 6-4, or not 6-4, I'm sorry. 7-4, 7-5. There's no telling. They're going to CCTV and cash, and they're going to trade out the Mute for the Wamai and the Jackal for the Nomad. So we'll see how it goes.
Alright, so we have a cash defense. We have we have a pretty similar lineup to what we saw over and over from Final Shot. Interesting. It's going to be interesting to see if they go back to what worked very well for them in the first round of the half, which is just a standard garage and main wall take, or if they're going to go for that bedroom push again. Interestingly enough, switching off the Ying for this round. Something they brought on this first view. It's gonna take towards the exactly, but I'm very intrigued to see.
And I understand why they would bring a IQ, but also you only really need to look out for the Legion mines. Well, Mai's gadgets glow very bright blue. Maestros, they're easy to spot. Bandits going to be on the ground somewhere. Jaeger's not really that important, but so the IQ's an interesting pick. We'll see how it works out for them.
If nothing else, you get a pretty solid gun with G7. I personally, G7, find Zolaris. Not entirely sure where, but Zolaris is no longer a thing. Oh, I killed him all the way in main block. I'm a 5.52 commando truther, but never been a fan of the G7, but to each his own. I know it is a good gun, just not personal taste. So that's how you do a roam clear, getting the kill in the first 15 seconds. You can't ask for much more efficient than that. It is a bedroom once again, but this time with more players alive, a little more utility to work with. Maybe they can make him. They do have the buck. Interesting to see him opening this up and not going below. Personally, I would have gone below to try to clear out the guy on green box. This grenade should serve the same purpose. There's a Wamai and a Jaeger, so they're going to throw flashes over loads and loads of flashes, a barrage of flashes, making their own homemade Ying of sorts. Grenade goes over, grenade will light up Sharp to 1 HP and finish him. Good usage of the utility. You can see Hizda wanted to burn him, but didn't. Runs into sight, will take a lot of fire, but will catch Fire God as well. Mo and Jumanji, though, trading back onto him, and Hizda getting a little too aggressive, exposing himself, and Mo will get the kill on him. We're in a 2v2 situation. Man, did that pop off. But we've got Polo down below, and Penguin stuck in construction. Oh, but Mo, or Jumanji, will through the and will get punished for it, exposing himself a little too long. Penguin will take him out and also pick off Mo from above of sorts, playing that funky little angle. And that is a round 1 final shot. Well done by them. That is good game, actually. Final shot with some really strong attacks at the end there to take the win. Good games to both teams, though.
Oh yeah, definitely good games to both teams. Again, the score is 7-4 at the end, but both teams did really well. It's just that give me one sec. Rampant tried to come back, but I think it was a little bit too late with it's hard to come back from a 5-2.
Yeah, it was a good game by both teams. In the end, Final Shot strategy seemed to be a little bit solid. They used their utility a hair bit better, won a couple more gunfights here and there, but it was a great game all around. Both teams should be exceptionally proud of their performance, and I'm really looking forward to seeing these guys again throughout the season. Oh
yeah, definitely. I'm very excited to see what's going to continue from here on out of the season. So far, 2 great matches. Nothing too close, but I feel like both of the teams that competed the first match and second match were still very close.
Yeah, definitely some good matches. Neither of them were lopsided. Both teams were in it till the end. Unfortunately, came up a little bit short, but we can't complain at all. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break, and then we will be back with interviews, a little more analysis, and goodbyes. So we will catch you all in a couple minutes. All right, we are back, everybody, with Remy here, captain of FinalShot. How are you doing today?
I'm doing swell, dude. How are you guys?
Doing great. Happy to wrap up play day one. We've been away for a while. There's there. That rehost made me angry. You know, when you when you said it, I said it to switch sides, right? So that started on deck, but forgot that it already accounted the side switch at the half. So
yeah, no, I get that.
We all experience rust. I'm as victim as anybody. But that should not detract from a very solid game you guys played. You started off with a solid 4-2 half lead, and you managed to close it out, even though it probably got a little closer than you would have liked.
For sure. Yeah.
What do you think was the key? It seemed like it took you a couple rounds to figure them out, and then you seemed to catch fire there and close it out. What do you think was...
Well, you see, banning a thermite on Clubhouse is very interesting. You know, we didn't really expect that. Most of our strats solely revolve around the execute. So banning a thermite was very interesting to us, and we were lucky we got defense first because we honestly weren't ready for that. But we adapted to it. You know, we came up with some things on the fly. That's probably one of the better things about our team is that we're very adaptive. We can adapt to anything that any team wants to throw at us. So we kind of were just talking and we were like, you know what, we'll do this, we'll do that, and it worked.
Yeah, there's definitely some great strategic adaptations from you guys. I know I didn't expect thermite ban, but I think it played into your favor a lot on that bedroom defense. You guys really baited Rampant into just playing the windows and the jacuzzi wall. They walked right in into what was essentially a trap, and without a thermite there, oh man, that just got amplified. So
yeah,
it was well played by you guys. I love seeing that bedroom push. I'm always a fan of the bedroom push. I will fight that battle to the day I die. So glad to see you guys.
It's a funny thing about that push. Like, we took the CC main wall, right? Like our normal push did. It was very difficult. Granted, we didn't have a thermite. We still got it. Yep. But then I said to my teammates, you know, we have a back push strat that we always use. Why the hell are we not using it? You know, we all looked at each other like, dude, why are we not doing this? First time we played so out of our mind fast. So I kind of took the guys and I said, you know, we got to slow down, man. We are going way too fast. And once we slowed things down, we started to get the groove and started to figure things out. So
well, you lost Canada early on that one. Tough to account for Mo standing in front of CC window. Mo doing Mo things. What are you gonna do though? But you managed to bounce back. Great utility usage there. That was something we really picked up on, and we love seeing burn it. You stopped playing Ying, but you kind of made your own. You threw like 6 span of 3 seconds. Impressive.
Yeah.
But great game, guys. Set yourself up well. Can't wait to see you guys play Farside. You guys have already set yourself up as the cream of the crop in the division and making my predictions look really good.
Hopefully, man.
You need to go 8-1 from here, and I'll be real. So I think that'll do it for tonight. We had a really successful night here. Thank you to all of you for watching. Remy, thank you for a great game. Same to your team, as well as the Rampant Method guys.
Yeah, of course. GG to them.
Flair and Farside, same goes to you. You guys put on a show tonight. We appreciate it. Look forward to more great matchups in the coming months. MMGL Xbox Season 2 is only getting started, and it's going to be a good one. Thank you, everybody.
Let's go.
Good night. Take it easy.
Yeah, take it easy, man.